She might look ordinary, but she possesses all the qualities of a perfect wife. Her husband earns only 30,000 yen a month, yet he remains determined to pursue his childhood dreams. She, on the other hand, works hard to make money and support the household, always believing that her husband's future holds success. Whenever her husband faces work-related troubles, she becomes his confidant, sharing a drink with him, her words full of genuine comfort and encouragement. She is truly the perfect wife. One day, after attending a band performance, Kobayashi was stunned when the conductor suddenly announced the disbanding of the orchestra. Kobayashi felt like the world was crashing down on him. He lost that modest income and now found himself in debt he couldn't repay. He had secretly taken out a loan to buy a 18 million yen cello, but when his wife found out, she didn't say a word of complaint. Losing a job is something you can recover from, and debts can be paid off slowly, but Kobayashi had lost his passion for it all. He decided to leave Tokyo and return to his hometown. He tentatively brought up the idea. So, Kobayashi sold the cello at a low price and returned with his wife to his rural hometown, moving into the old house left behind after his mother passed away. One day, he came across a job advertisement. There were no requirements for education or age, and the salary was high. With a let's give it a try attitude, he went to the company. The moment he walked in, he was taken aback. There were 3 coffins in the corner of the room. His mind raced with countless possibilities, but when he handed over his resume, the company president didn't even glance at it. He just tossed it onto the desk. The whole situation was unbelievably casual and rushed. Feeling uneasy, he asked about the salary. The president casually held up 5 fingers. 500,000 a month. It turned out this was a funeral company, and the job was to prepare bodies for burial, also known as an embalmer. Kobayashi instinctively wanted to refuse, but the president handed him 20,000 yen as payment for the day's work. After work, he bought his wife her favorite beef hot pot to celebrate, but he didn't tell her the truth. He just said it was a job related to ceremonial duties. He found it hard to bring up the details of the job. Every day, he sneaked off to work, feeling like a thief. To expand their business, the president decided to film a video about the embalming process. As a newcomer, Kobayashi was forced to play the role of the body. The president demonstrated while explaining the process. However, Kobayashi felt extremely uncomfortable, his skin crawling with each step. A few days later, Kobayashi faced his first real experience in this career. The president seemed a bit worried. It turned out the deceased was an elderly man who lived alone and had been dead for 2 weeks before being discovered. The condition of the house was dire, moldy food covered with maggots, and the air was filled with a terrible stench. While the president remained calm, Kobayashi didn't even have the courage to look at it. This was the natural fear and avoidance most people feel when faced with death, but he had no choice. As an embalmer, facing death head-on is an unavoidable part of the job. The moment he touched the body, the discomfort inside him overwhelmed him, and he involuntarily started to vomit. After work, Kobayashi's face was pale, as though he had just faced a life-or-death test. Even though he hadn't performed well that day, the president still paid him 20,000 yen,